On the evening of Friday, June 26, 2026, a fierce, severe thunderstorm swept through the Treasure Valley in southwest Idaho, delivering a remarkable combination of torrential rain, dense hail, hazardous lightning, and destructive wind gusts. The cities of Meridian, Boise, Nampa, Caldwell, and surrounding communities bore the full impact of the storm, leaving roads submerged, neighborhoods blanketed in hail, trees toppled, and emergency crews scrambling through the night to manage the widespread destruction. The storm hit Meridian between 8 and 9 p.m. in the evening, producing what witnesses described as one of the most visually stunning weather events the area had witnessed in years. Rather than large, damaging hailstones, the storm generated an extraordinary volume of small-diameter hail that accumulated so rapidly and so densely on streets, lawns, and rooftops that residents said it resembled a sudden winter snowfall in the middle of late June. Several National Weather Service employees who were in northwest Meridian at the time reported observing several inches of small hail piled on the ground. Meteorologists explained that while each individual stone was small, the sheer quantity was the defining factor. The freezing level at the time of the storm sat around 10,000 feet, with a deep layer of atmosphere ranging from -10 degrees to -30 degrees Celsius above that level. This extended cold zone is the engine room where hail forms, and the greater its depth and the colder its temperatures, the more efficiently a storm can produce hailstones. In this case, it was not the size of the hail, but the relentless volume that made the event so remarkable. That accumulation of small hail became the primary cause of the flash flooding that followed. As temperatures rose slightly after the storm passed, the massive piles of hail began melting swiftly. Storm drains and drainage systems, already struggling to handle the rainfall that had accompanied the hail, were completely overwhelmed by the sudden surge of meltwater. Neighborhoods that might otherwise have managed a heavy rainstorm without serious incident found themselves dealing with fast-moving water pouring through streets and into low-lying areas. Road surfaces vanished under sheets of standing water, and vehicles were left stranded as conditions deteriorated faster than residents could respond. Wind gusts during the storm reached dangerous levels across the entire region. The strongest recorded gusts came in at 53 miles per hour in Caldwell and 51 miles per hour at Boise Airport, though meteorologists noted that many areas experienced sustained gusts between 40 and 45 miles per hour. These winds were powerful enough to bring down trees and large branches throughout Ada County and Canyon County, adding to the list of hazards that emergency crews had to navigate in complete darkness.
Looks like it snowed.
Fallen trees blocked roadways and posed risks to drivers attempting to get home. Lightning was another defining characteristic of the storm system. Ada County alone recorded 100 lightning strikes during the event, which the National Weather Service confirmed is the second highest single-day total documented in Ada County during the month of June since the year 2000. Canyon County recorded 51 lightning strikes, and Owyhee County was inundated with 553 strikes. The sheer electrical activity across the region underscored the intensity of the storm complex and the rare atmospheric conditions that had aligned to produce it. In Nampa, the overnight flooding was severe enough that city crews worked through the night pumping water from roadways. By the time the cleanup effort was completed, crews had removed approximately 228,000 gallons of water from city streets. Caldwell also experienced significant street flooding, with storm drains backing up and tree limbs scattered across roads. Further west, in Piatt County, the situation was equally serious. The Piatt County Sheriff's Office reported major flooding on Highway 95 at multiple locations between the cities of Piatt and Fruitland, forcing road closures that severed travel in the area. Mudslides were also reported along Highway 52 near the intersection with Northeast 10th Avenue and Memorial Park, close to New Plymouth. The impact of the storm was severe enough that the Canyon County Board of Commissioners declared a county-wide disaster emergency on Saturday afternoon, citing widespread destruction throughout the county. Officials stated they would provide more detailed information about the scope of the damage and available assistance in the coming days. The Ada County Highway District deployed multiple response vehicles and additional equipment, with crews working well beyond normal business hours to address the most urgent roadway hazards. Residents were urged to report fallen trees or flooded roads to the county dispatch non-emergency line, rather than attempting to navigate around the hazards on their own. Meteorologists describe the timing of the storm as notably unusual. The National Weather Service office in Boise stated that events like this are far more typical in autumn months and uncommon in late June. The atmospheric setup that produced the storm required a specific alignment of moisture, freezing levels, and wind shear that does not often occur during the summer months in southwest Idaho.